the SBA loan is considered one of the best loans you can ever get for your business. Like guys, nothing even comes close. But here's the million-dollar question. Can SBA loans actually be a bad idea? Now, this may sound controversial, but the answer is yes. And in this video, we're going to break down exactly why SBA loans can be a bad idea, when they can actually make sense, and how to avoid the biggest mistake most business owners make with them. And along the way, I'll also share my personal experience from over 10 years as a funding specialist, giving you guys the truth about SBA loans that most banks won't tell you, showing you how this really plays out in the back end and in real life. Now, story time. I want to tell you guys about one of my clients, but for privacy purposes, let's just call her Mrs. Negosio. Now, Mrs. Negosio works from home. She had over $20,000 in credit card debt at 29% interest. She was paying almost $1,000 a month, and nearly $400 of that was just interest. So I shouldn't be telling you this, but just keeping up with this was really crushing her. So her solution? To apply for an SBA loan. Now, same amount of money, about $19,000, but at 3.75%, stretched out to over 30 years. Now, her new payments were down to just $105 a month. Okay, I know what you guys are thinking. Like, she just cut her monthly payments down to $105, saving $900 in the process. Like, that sounds amazing, right? Well, I'll let you guys be the judge of that, but here's the trap. When payments are tiny and stretched out, it gives you this false sense of relief. But in reality, she's just dragging a short-term problem into a lifelong commitment. If she had just kept paying the $1,000 a month, she would have been done and debt-free in less than 2 years and freed her business of any type of debt. Instead, she's just risking dragging the same amount of debt for over 3 decades, keeping her business tied down in debt far longer than it needs to be. And did I also mention she's 55? Like, that's a lot of years to be tied down to debt you could have easily wiped out. Now, this is exactly why SBA loans can be a bad idea if they're not the right fit for your business. Like, those small payments can make you feel like you're winning, but in reality, they're just giving you this delusion that it's working, but it really isn't. If you use it just to cover past mistakes or short-term emergencies, you're basically marrying a loan that won't do anything for your future or business. It's like being in a toxic relationship where divorce is not an option because, hey, it might be cheaper to stay than to leave. Now, I never told anyone this story, but Mrs. Negosio also owns her $400,000 home. She brings in around $15,000 a month and has her cars and equipment paid off. But here's the thing. By taking that SBA loan, she put some of that as collateral on the line. Now, if things do go south, she could risk not just the loan, but her entire business and everything she's built over the years. Now, for an artist like her, whose work is her livelihood, that's kind of a huge price to pay if things do go south. Now, here's the one thing I tell every new client. SBA loans do come with a ton of paperwork and long approval times. Now, Miss Negosio is a top-tier artist, like really skilled in her niche, but she still chose to spend 3 months gathering documents, filling out forms, and following up with the bank. That's like 3 months she could have easily been creating art to grow her business and bring in more revenue to reduce the debt, based on my experience. So surprisingly, most people realize this too late, but it turns out that SBA loans can actually be a bad idea if they're not the right fit for you. They can be a bad idea if you can explore other faster options, and they can definitely be a bad idea if you explore them for projects with no ROI. So let me let you guys in on a little secret. Like, SBA loans are more of a tool, and like a hammer, they can either build your house or knock your head off. Now, today is the moment you need to decide and think about how to use this tool effectively, because guys, you might just underestimate the benefits of an SBA loan if you're either not serious or curious enough and just taking it because it's the shiniest, prettiest loan of them all. Now, since you got to this point of this video, I guess you're neither, and you're going to do what the very few do, which is move smart, because regardless of anything, guys, SBA loans are still the best loans in the market with long terms, low rates, and large amounts. And if you want a guide on how to get a small business loan, you should watch this video right here.